Hey, ladies and gents out there, this is Jamie Lil Tallulah, and I am here with an Embossy Punch Bunch collaboration video. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Ooh. So, today I went overboard with the embossing and the punching, and I also did buku die cutting. So let me go ahead and get started because there are a few things. Number one, I use this Martha Stewart punch. I love this, and I wish now that I had gotten more of these. There were a couple of punches like this I did not get because I had I had some thick one of these from Martha Stewart before, and they had that thick black rubber in it, and they were so hard to punch. But I guess people complained or whatever, and they redesigned them so they don't have that rubber. It makes it easier to do. So I wish I had gotten the other couple when they had that fabulous sale at Tuesday morning. I also used this large monarch butterfly punch. I used this punch. This has become one of my favorite punches. I got it for like $1.50 at the garage sale. And then this one, and I'm not sure, but I might have broken it, which makes me happy because this is another one of my favorite punches. So I used those punches. What else did I use? I used this stamp set, and I dropped one and I can't find that one. I used this stamp set. This is also what I got at one of the garage sales. And I used this little banner here again from the Maya Road kit that I had. That's that. I will show you what I did. So this is the punchy. I punched a ton of these butterflies and flowers. And of course, these are all using my scraps that are around. So I did a bunch of the flowers, just punched them. And then I built some bases. So this is the embellishment, so forth. Took this, and do you hear that? That's cardstock. There's another one of the things you can do with your cardstock and pattern paper if you don't have chipboard, or if you don't have money to go buy extra chipboard pieces. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just like, why? If you have dies, you can do it with dies. If you have punches, you can do it with punches. You could do it with just straight out cutting shapes out, but that's a little annoying. Fussy cutting. Okay, all I did was punch this cover piece out in the pattern that you want. All right, so I'll show you in another one. So here's this blue one, and I did some more of these, this brown one. Okay, so I did a bunch of bases with those, and I'll show you what I'm talking about with the brown one because it's easier to see. So here's this one. I take this pattern paper that you want, and you cut one for the top. Then what you do is cut several layers of a different, I just use plain white cardstock, right? So you could use your plain, your cream, your black, your craft, whatever. Maybe you want it colored on the edge, you know, different color layers. You can use whatever you have, just cut this shape out multiple times. So in this case, I did 4 layers of white. This one might be 3 layers, but I did 4 or 5 layers in the white, and then 1 in your pattern paper. Now, if you wanted to, you could do a pattern paper on the back, but what's the point? You're going to glue it down, right? So there's that. Use wet glue. Do not use ATG tape or anything like that, because what happens is, can you hear this? It becomes stronger with the wet glue. It also tends not to separate. I don't know if you've paid attention to your cards or whatever if you use ATG, but even with the good stuff, the layers of paper will tend to lift up in areas. So if you use a wet glue, it adds strength. And I'll show you, this is my favorite wet glue. It is this Tombow Mono Liquid Glue. Oh my gosh, I love this stuff. And can you see how much is gone already? This is like my 3rd bottle. So use your wet glue. Now, if you want to see a step-by-step tutorial, let me know, because it's really not that difficult, but I can do that too. So I cut a bunch of those. Then I did the same thing with the butterflies. So I put it on my skin, that way you can see it. So I cut several layers. I made different pattern pieces, and you can hear them when they drop. that they are sturdy. You do it this way, right? That's what also that wet glue helps to do. Now, they might tend to curl or buckle a little bit because you are using wet glue. What you can do then, if you want to take the time to wait, y'all know I'm impatient, you can put something heavy on them. So those are the pieces that I made with that, and then I actually made some, embellished them up. So these are the butterflies. I took 3 of the punched butterflies, layered those up for dimension. And I'll probably go back and put some little something on there. And then I did this one. So it's butterflies on butterflies. Too cute. I love it. And then I did like little banner pieces. So there you can see where the little stamp and the little banner came from. And then I put some little blingy blings on here. Right? And you can do the same thing here. I glued 3 of these down. Oops. Well, apparently I didn't glue it down too well. So I have to put it back on. But you see that one. And you see this one. There's that little flower again. Here's this one. And this one. I love this little banner and that small stamp set. Alright, that's the punches. Now let me show you the embossy, and then I'm gonna have to go back and glue this piece back together. We all have, well, let me show you what I used. I used these embossing folders. All of them. This one, the flamingo, the blossoms, this one, that one. I think I used this one. I might not have. This one, this one, this one. Okay, so all the ones that are colored in, those are from Crafter's Companion with the Verity Rose. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. I'm missing 2 more. Verity Rose. And of course, this is an Anna Griffith. No, it's not. It's a Ooh La La collection. And then this one might have been in a magazine. Oh, no, this is Crafter's Companion too, from the kit that you get every month or every quarter. And then we all have these. Can't see it because it's clear. But these plastic pieces that we get from dies and everything else. I had a ton of these. Y'all know I love dies. So I had a ton of these. I threw them all in the trash trying to clean up the room. And I was like, well, if I do some cutting, I can do that. So I did that. I took those, cut all the edges down so that they would be flat. And I did some die cutting. Right. I used my Tim Holtz steel rule dies. Let's see if this helps. Steel rule dies. And I did a ton, if you can see that, a ton of cutting. By the way, I also used that embossing folder. So you see that little thing there. Well, doing that wasn't enough. So I embossed them and colored them. And do you see this huge bag? Yes, plus these that are still clear. So let me pull some out for you and show you. This is another fun project too. It also uses up scraps of plastic. So here's this one. I cut it in a tag shape. Then I went back over it and used your alcohol markers. Isn't that fabulous? And so you can color on the embossed side where I just did the raised pieces. Or you can color the debossed side. Either way, it's fabulous. Isn't that awesome? Then they have kind of like a stained glass look. Now, when you want to go to use them, if you're worried about the alcohol marker coming off, you can always glue that part down on your page or whatever. So I'll be using these in journals. Here's this butterfly. Fantastic. Right? So, alcohol markers. Leftover plastic. Use your steel rule dies. Now you probably can use some thinner dies, but you have to think about how thick is your plastic and will it cut cleanly. So I plan on doing some more embellishments and just adding these to journal pages and so forth. Planner. Well, I guess it is a planner, but my traveler's notebook. So you see that? I love that. course I do, it's blue. There's this one. And so all the detail is embossed. And you can just decide which side you want to use, the debossed or the embossed. So this is those flamingos again on a mason jar die cut. Oh, I had so much fun. And it literally took me all freaking day because it took, you know, if you do die cutting, you know how long it takes to die cut stuff. It just does. You have to find your supplies, then cut it. Then you have to go back and, in this case, emboss it. So this is basically a 3-step process here. Cut it, emboss it, then color it. Now, of course, you could just color them up as you go. But I was in the mood, so I did. And you can blend your colors. Just go, go, go. So there you go. There's another way to use. I love that. Can you see that one? Love it. So there's another way that you can, oh, let me show you the bee, that you can use your embossing folders, your punches, your alcohol markers. Now it has to be an alcohol marker because it will not work. You know, it'll just rub off if it's not an alcohol marker. Look at the bee. It's the Tim Holtz bee all colored up. And doesn't that look so good? Right, right. So you could just do all kinds of stuff. And this is trash. This was what I had in my trash can and I pulled back out so I could use it. All right, thank you very much for watching. And check out the other ladies on the Embossy Punch Bunch. And we have another collab that's on Wednesdays. So we have collabs Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday. I have those 3 collabs that I host. And so definitely come by again, watch the other ladies, get out your embossing folders and your trash plastic and your alcohol markers, go to town, build some punches, some of your quote-unquote chipboard pieces that aren't chipboard. Yeah. And have fun. Also, definitely come and check me out on my other channel for reading, writing, and journaling. And I think I'm going to do a new series over there. I love this flower. Oh my gosh, it's so dark. Another series over there about vocabulary and using that for writing and so forth. All right, so thanks for watching. Go check out the other ladies and I'll see you in another collab video. Bye-bye.